Hello, my name is Travis Edwards. I'm a high schooler in Austin, Texas, and I would like to present to you guys today the follow-through fixer. And so the follow-through fixer is a basketball shooting device that helps make sure that your follow-through when shooting is straight. It makes sure that your fingers are spaced the correct amount and has your shot have a quick release time. And so I'm a basketball player, and when I used to shoot the basketball, I wasn't very accurate. I mean, I'd miss to the left, I'd miss to the right, and I just couldn't really make many shots. And I blamed that on the fact that my follow through would go every which way. And so I thought if I could make sure that when I released the ball, my hand went in a straight line, that I would be able to be more accurate. And so I first constructed a rudimentary prototype of my follow-through fixer just by getting some rubber bands together to test the idea of using rubber bands as a way to guide down your wrists and fingers in a straight line. And so when I tested it, it worked, but I knew that I needed to improve upon it because there were some issues. And so some of the things I did was add the finger spacer. Originally, I just had the rubber bands loop over the fingers. And so while it was effective in guiding the fingers and hands down, it wasn't very comfortable. Sometimes it would get too tight and I felt like it was almost cutting off the circulation from my fingers. But when I added the finger cone, the fingers were now in a natural position and I didn't have to worry about the rubber bands being too tight. And also, it allowed for the device to be easily taken on and off. And another one of the big things I had to work through was making sure that the forearm anchor here, the part that keeps the device down and secure, I needed to make sure that it wouldn't slip up on the forearm when you started shooting. Because if it were to move up, the tension in the rubber bands, it would decrease and you would no longer have the device be guiding your hand down straight. It wouldn't have the power to do so. And so I tried many different things to anchor this down. I tried to use like a sleeve that didn't really work. I tried to increase the weight of the band itself. That didn't work. I also tried to coat it in rubber. That didn't work. I tried to use like ace bandage clips and use a sleeve and clip it on there. That didn't work. I tried to use like belt loops and that didn't work. But eventually I found that if I used a sweatband, that would work because you could wrap the Velcro strap, which I'm using as the anchor, you could wrap it around tight, but there's a layer of cushion that would make sure that it wouldn't feel uncomfortable. And also, the sweatband would provide enough friction so it would stay down and secure. There were also smaller things I needed to work through, such as what exact type of Velcro strap would I like to use. And I decided on using a D-ring hook and loop strap because that was easy to use, but also very adjustable. And also, I needed to decide on what rubber bands would be the best to use. And so personally, I thought my invention worked because it worked for me and I was shooting the basketball better. But I knew that I needed to contact experts in the field to see what they thought about my invention. And so I contacted Hoops King, which is a basketball-specific training company, to see what they thought about my device. And they thought it had a lot of potential, but one of the things that they told me I really needed to focus on was making sure that it could fit many different sizes of arms and fingers. And so to do that, I've created different sizes of finger spacers. And also, in order to fit different sizes of arms, I got a Velcro strap that could adjust to many different sizes. And so currently, the follow-through fixer has received a provisional patent from the United States Patent and Trademark Office, and I also have a website for it, which you can find at followthroughfixer.com. And I'm selling the device online and at a local sporting goods store called Play It Again Sports. And looking forward, I hope to apply for a full non-provisional utility patent. And I'm also hoping to share my device with my fellow teammates because last year I wasn't really able to play basketball with them, and now this year I am, and so I'm hoping that I can show them what I've made and see what they think about it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Travis. And now it is our Q&A time. Okay, so Celeste, may I ask you for the first question?
Hello, Travis. Congratulations on a very fine idea. I'm not a sports person, but I've got a couple of little questions. Is this useful for any other kind of ball sport, like maybe cricket or another sport that you would bowl?
I think that's a very good question, and I think it could be helpful for multiple sports. I think basketball, it is the most helpful, but I also think it could be helpful for a sport like baseball because you're working on throwing it straight, and you don't want your arm to be going at many different angles at different times, so you can be consistent on the way that you're throwing the ball, so you can make sure to have it be how you want it every time.
Okay, my second and last question will be, this is not something that you wear during the game. Is this an item that you would buy to practice to improve your throw or your pitch? Or would you be able to have this as an additional assistance while you're playing a match?
This would be designed to use during practice. I don't think the rules of the game allow for something like this to be used, but you can use it while practicing so you can develop the muscle memory so it can translate to how you're playing in a real game.
Okay, well done, well thought about. And obviously you've gone very far. Your presentation was excellent. And the fact that you've gone ahead with your patent and your website and your selling, salute you, sir. Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you, Celeste, and thank you, Travis. And Chick, please, for your question, can you ask the question?
How did you determine the pricing for your product? I haven't been to your website yet, but how did you figure out the pricing, and are you able to make a profit when you sell one?
Yes, sir. So currently the price is hovering around a $20 range, and I decided on that price because I looked at similar products. They didn't do everything that the follow-through fixer did, but they had similar aspects such as correcting finger spacing. And I noticed that they were all a little bit above $20 for the most part, and I thought if I lowered it to below $20, it would be better. And currently they cost about $2 to make, so there's a pretty good margin in there for profit. Yes, sir.
And so then my other question is that you are able to make them yourself. You do the assembly and which I'd love that if you can do that.
Yes, sir. So I 3D printed the finger spacer, and I got a 3D printer a few years ago as a present for Christmas, and so I'm able to use the finger comb, and then I also use Amazon and get like a large amount of maybe sweatbands or the Velcro straps, and then I'll go to like Office Depot and get a pack of like 100 rubber bands. So it's probably not the most efficient way to assemble them, but it is still pretty cost effective.
Bravo, congratulations, I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chick, and thank you, Travis. And Pallavi, can I invite you for the question?
Yes. Yes. Do this helps for basic learners? Yes.
I was wondering if you could repeat that, please.
So the question, Pallavi, can you ask the question again?
This is really a good innovation in sport. Do this helps for basic learners?
Yes, ma'am. I think that it could be beneficial to both beginners and those who are farther along in the development of their skills in the sport, because it develops basic skills like making sure you have an accurate shot. And that's something that if you're young and you're working on it, it can be very you can become very distraught if you can't shoot well. You'll lose the self-confidence. And I feel like when you can shoot well, you'll gain more self-confidence, and that'll help you perform better on the court. And just in general, having self-confidence is something that's invaluable. But also, I think it could also help advanced players, because quickening your release time is something that even the best professionals worked on, because when you have a quicker release time, there's a better chance you will shoot the ball quicker, and so a defender cannot come up and guard you because you would have already have shot the basketball.
Okay, thank you so much. Good luck. Thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Pallavi, and thank you.